It's here. The time you've been waiting for. Well, what I've been waiting for since the 1st of December. It's the Christmas-ish episode of Two Men No Hope. We're both here. We've turned up in our hats, unlike our presents for each other.
Yeah. Thank you, Royal Mail.
But, yeah, thanks very much. Well, everyone now gets a little extra episode, so they're not going to be bothered. But if you've turned up, thank you very much. Obviously, it's a busy time, and when this comes out, hopefully you'll be with your families and that, but it's going to be a good episode. We got stories, we got questions, we got a song now, which is even fucking better.
Yeah, brilliant.
And it's going to be a fucking good one, I think. Obviously, we're not going to say anyone's names from the emails, even though they're not our normal stuff. But if you sent an email in, we really appreciate it. Like, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you listen on Spotify, give us them stars. Good pods, stars, reviews is always good. Anything. What do they do on Apple? I'm never on Apple. If you're
Same
on Apple,
thing, 5-star
do whatever you do.
review.
5 stars. Just get them out there. We want to get this going. We're over 2,000 listens now. We're over 1,000 followers on Instagram. We're finally starting to get our numbers up on TikTok. It's all happening.
It's
all fucking happening. Yeah, and now it's Christmas. Christmas has come early. Because it's on Saturday and this is Friday. But, how you been, man?
I've been alright. Because I worked the weekend. The weekend was shit, like proper shit. There was like everything that could have went wrong at the weekend in work. Everything broke down. Nothing was working. I spent 36 hours over the weekend doing absolutely fuck all other than looking at my phone and that. Which sounds brilliant, but doing 12 hours looking at your phone, there's only so much you can do. It was fucking terrible, man.
My battery would be dead. Be fucking knockout. Do you
No, I sit there because I was charging it constantly, mate. Charging. I watched the whole World Cup game.
I obviously didn't want France to win because I'm English, but I would have put money on them winning. So I'm shocked. No, they didn't.
They played so bad for the first 80 minutes. They played terribly, and then they were already 2-0 down. Obviously, Lionel Messi is fucking insane as a player. So, and then all of a sudden they scored Mbappe scored 2 goals within 1 minute 35, and brought France back into it. And then it went to extra time, and then it went to penalties. And we were having like a engagement meeting in work, and then we had the penalties on the table in it while we were in our meeting.
Well, that's a good present anyway, so well done, Argentina.
Yeah, well done, Messi.
Sticking it to the French, fuck you.
Yeah.
Ask me how my week went, Jamie.
That sounds like it's full of sass, ready to go. How's your week been, Dan?
Mate, it just couldn't. There's no words for it. So, I'll paint you a picture, Jamie. So Wednesday morning, -6. The beautiful and handsome Dan gets up at 20 to 6, get himself ready for work, freezing his fucking ass off. So I'm sorted out, get in my car. I got to go pick up a guy I take to work. Literally 2 minutes around the corner because I have to jump on the dual carriageway. It's quicker to get to him. Come off a roundabout, just come around the corner, and then for a split second I saw the face of a scared deer right in my fucking headlights. And that's it. It was like frozen in time. Like, I drive a cactus, so they're quite high. So I literally come around this blind corner, and then there is just a face lit up, nice and bright. Don't fucking pour, dear. And then, boom. And I'm just like, fuck's sake. And then I stopped and had to reverse because I thought I'd caught it, and I hadn't. And I drove down, and he's like mashed up all my fucking bumper on my right side, so I've got to go through my my insurance to get it fixed. And then on Friday in Scotland, I can't see it in England, but it was just snow all day, and I'm now driving my mum's Mini, which is very low to the ground. So let's say
Minis are notoriously bad in the snow.
Yeah, it took me 2 hours to get to work, and then after an hour of being there, the snow didn't let up, so I was like, I'm going home. And they were like, we're not giving you permission, but if you want to go, you can go. And I was like, well, I'm going then. Took another 2 hours to get home. And it was just, it's been a fucking horrible week. So now I've got shit pay, a broken car. And here we are.
So the pet podcast is well and truly needed a bit of therapy to get over it all.
Yeah.
They're not paying you for your day that you went home?
No.
Oh, they're cunts, mate. They're fucking cunts.
But I must be the most unluckiest guy in the world. Like, who hits a fucking deer at -6 in the winter? I don't think I've ever seen a deer in the winter.
He come out of his little bush, his warm little bush for 2 seconds, Dan, and you whacked him round the head with a fucking cactus, mate. That's what happened.
He had a fucking death wish, right? Because he wasn't in the road. He jumped out. I come around a blind corner, and as I'm coming around the corner, he's like, I'm having this guy. And tries to take on a fucking car.
Maybe he was having a hard... You know what, Christmas is not a good time of year for some people. Maybe he was suicidal. He could have jumped into the fucking way.
What a prick. So, yeah, that's
Do you not feel sorry at all for the little thing?
No, absolutely not.
Was it a proper big deer or was it a muntjac?
I know it was a female. Well, it was high enough to see over my bonnet of my car, so it must have been pretty big.
Yeah, so it went a muntjac then, yeah.
But one of the people that Mum worked with came in and was like, "Oh, there's a dead deer up the road," and my mum was like, "Yeah, my son hit it." Yes, I did. When I got to work, everyone asked me, "Did I pick it up?" And like, because you know what I mean.
That's because you work with a load of fucking animals, Dan.
I was like, "Where am I going to put that?" Oh, that's good meat. That is. I'm like, should I just hang it up in my kitchen? Just you know, hoofs first.
What I was questioning when you told me about it was whether it's activated you now as a serial killer. It was your first kill. You're now activated.
If anything, it's just what makes me want to buy a gun and hunt deer.
All the vegans are screaming right now.
Fuck's sake. I'm sorry, but it's fucking stupid. Like, who jumps out in front of a car unless obviously they want to?
To be fair, we built roads where they live in it.
Jamie. No.
I'll be devil's advocate.
I hate it when people defend them. I've now got a guy through my insurance to fix my car. I'm fucking glad I did what I did. If he had gotten away, it would have been like salt in the wound. Anyway, Merry fucking Christmas. To go along with my amazing Santa hat, I also have the all-time most amazing Christmas jumper on as well. Jamie, would you like to see it?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Oh, it's backwards. Can you see what it says?
Yeah, now I have machine guns.
A machine gun. Ho, ho,
ho. Ho, ho. That's brilliant.
What's that from, Jamie?
No idea. Oh, Die Hard.
No idea. Only the greatest Christmas movie of all time. Sorry, Bruce Willis, you big ball bag. It is a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas
movie. I look a bit like the... if I shave my beard, I would look like the guy that he kills and writes that on. Because he put a Santa hat on him and he was wearing glasses. Yeah, I love this Christmas jumper. On the back, there's a pistol that's taped on with like Christmas tape.
That's pretty cool. Is it one of them Christmas jumpers where it's like a normal jumper material, or is it like one that you're basically wearing like fucking line into a loft? Do you know, where it's like that?
No, it's just a normal.
Shit.
It's just a normal grey jumper in it, like the one that's.
Yeah, that's the good ones, man. I hate it when you get like them terrible cheap like the co-op when co-op used to make us wear Christmas jumpers, and I'd go and get one out of Primark, and it'd be made out of fucking like it was like a Brillo pad. It was like wearing a Brillo pad. It was fucking horrible.
I used to get all mine from Game because they do like Sonic and all that sort of stuff. But like once you've washed it, it starts to fray, and then you can't really see the pattern anymore. Once it becomes all like blurry, like my vision's gone or something. So I stopped buying that sort of one. But no, this one's cool. Anyway, I'm sure all the listeners agree with my choice of jumper.
Well, I'm wearing a borrowed Christmas hat because thank you Royal Mail again. My hat that I ordered, which would have been amazing, didn't fucking arrive. So I'm wearing this hat that is far too tight for my head, and I've actually had to prop it up on one of my normal caps. If you see it round the back there. And it's so tight on my head that it's like I've had Botox and my eyebrows can't move. So this
But
would
it
be a
makes you look
comfortable.
stunning, Jamie.
Huh?
It's like you've gone back in time 10 years.
Oh mate, if this is all I need, I might go for it.
Oh, like pin it back.
Yeah.
You're always wearing a hat. You could pin your forehead back.
I need something to do with these bags, man. I've got bag. I look like a fucking. I go like that. Is that slightly
Anyway, that's not very
racist?
Christmas when you talk
That's
about
not-
your bags.
Bags. I've got like 2 Tesco bags under my fucking eyes, mate. I don't know why. I'm only 30. I shouldn't have bags under my eyes.
So yeah, saying about so we were planning on. Obviously, I've been bigging up my present for Jamie, and because of the strikes, we sent them within time of them telling us to do it, and it still hasn't turned up. So what we're going to do is, when we both received each other's gifts, we're going to do a 10-15 minute episode of just us opening it. So just look out for it randomly. It will just, I'm sure, you'll get notified if you're following us on anything. It'd be a good episode anyway. So it'd be handy if it came out and we brought it up for Christmas. That'd be quite a good little Christmas Day thing. But we'll see what happens. So loads to get through today. Thank you everyone for messaging in. We're going to start off nice and easy. With this listener says, I have a fun question for you on your Christmas episode. What would be your top 3 Christmas songs, past and present? So if we start with number 3, Jamie, what's your third go-to Christmas song?
My third go-to Christmas song, I would say, is "The Darkness." Don't know what it's called, but
And this is why I planned it and Jamie didn't.
no. Well, I told you I've only got one real favourite, but I would say number 3 would be the song by The Darkness, come out in the early 2000s. One of their only songs they come out with. Love it.
The
Brilliant song.
Darkness.
Yeah.
They had loads of songs. Well, that was all from like one album.
Yeah,
and
it was all
then
one album.
Didn't he get
though,
like?
wasn't
Yeah,
it? And they did one album and then this song. And that's it.
yeah, but any true musician knows that once you get a good Christmas song, you can fucking retire. Like old Bublé, who only comes out at Christmas.
Fucking Michael Bublé. He just pisses me. Him and Mariah Carey can fuck off out of it.
I'm sorry, but I love Michael. Like he's not in my top 3, but his album always comes in the car
Really?
when it comes to Christmas. Oh yeah, I fucking love his Christmas album.
Mate, he's... Oh, do you know what annoys me about him? Because I don't like swing music anyway, which is... I just think it's shit, yeah? He hasn't written any of his own shit. It's all just fucking reincarnated
I'm pretty sure he had
bullshit.
before he did the Christmas stuff. I'm pretty sure he had his own stuff.
Did he? I swear it's
Yeah.
just all Frank Sinatra shit.
Well, that's his sort of style, but I'm pretty sure I don't know. Anyway, the thing that annoys me is that every year the album gets longer, and I'm just like, I just want the original one.
It's just like,
Oh,
baby
this-
is cold.
this-
Fuck off, bruv.
All right,
Dickhead.
coming from the guy with no testicles. You know what I mean? Darkness. I like the song from Home Alone, "Rocking Around the Christmas Tree,"
That's a good one, yeah.
by Brenda Lee. Yeah,
Mhm.
I thought that's my third one. I love that song. Well,
If your number 1 is
I think
Michael
I heard the
Bublé, we're
first
gonna
one.
fall out, I think.
no, I said that it's not on there.
Okay.
at all. We're Fallout. Yeah, all right then. Fucking 37 episodes in, and you're like, nah, that's it, we're done.
10 years friendship over.
Fuck yeah. What's your number 2 then that you haven't got?
George Michael or Wham.
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 I do like a bit of Wham. I want to get their Christmas Christmas album on vinyl.
Yeah, I think that'd be quite good.
Did you see the film that they brought out the other year? That was like all the music from that album.
No.
Oh, I can't remember it now, and it's like the main song. It had the woman from Game of Thrones in it.
Oh, the blonde one.
Yeah, the dragon hoo-ha. Emily Clark.
Yeah, that's it.
Last
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
Oh, I think that's what it was called, yeah.
What makes me laugh to this day, because I like when I went round for the England game a couple of weeks ago, me and my dad stayed up and we drunkenly watched loads of Christmas songs on YouTube, and all the Christmas songs from the 80s, sorry, the likes of Wham and stuff. They're telling me no one knew he was gay because they're all acting like he was straight. The whole thing is him like falling in love with this woman throughout the whole music video, and he was gay as anything.
Yeah,
you can tell he's gay in the video, and everyone in the 80s and all the 80s things are gay as well, and it's just like, and they're all pretending they're not. I know the times are different and all that shit, but I was like, what? No one could see this.
Yeah, it was called Last Christmas anyway. It came out in 2019. Yeah, it's pretty good. But they use all the music from that album. So if you're trying to do that thing on the radio where you're not allowed to listen to Wham the whole way up to Christmas, yeah, you'd fuck it. I've lost my emails now. My second one is Santa Baby.
Okay.
But the original by Eartha Kitt. Because obviously Kai Minogue did it, and then Michael Bublé did it as well, but he sung it as a guy. He called it Santa Buddy.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
See, he just annoys everything he does annoys me.
Song.
Everything he does annoys me.
The Michael Bublé troll. Go on then, what's your number 1?
The Pogues, Fairy Tale in New York. Best Christmas song ever.
The original one, yeah.
Yeah, the original
not
one.
The,
not the
crappy
woke one. I'm not that woke yet.
No. I still don't understand that because she's not calling it's a different term back then. So why can't you just accept it as the way they're saying it, not her calling him a gay?
Don't know. It's fucking like the woke brigade coming out in full force, isn't it? That's all it is.
Trying to change a song that's been going for fucking... Oh.
Gavin and Stacey got in trouble for singing it the proper way when they did it on their Christmas special. I was like, Gavin and Stacey's like the most like welcoming and like generic fucking family viewing program. Of course, they're not going to be doing anything offensive on there, but yes, about 400 million fucking complaints went into Ofcom because they said the word. But
F word. So,
it don't matter to me. I don't care, innit?
Oh yeah, no, I still sing it the original way when it's on the radio. My number 1 is "Stop the Cavalry." You don't know what that is, do you?
No. I'll probably know if you sang it.
Does it go dum 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 dum?
Oh yeah. That is a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. That's my granddad's favourite. So me and him used to listen to it all the time, like Christmas and that. So when it always comes on, it reminds me of him. But I just love it. It's just such a good song.
That is a good one. Yeah. There is loads of good ones, but they all seem to come out around the same time. Like the 70s and that was a good time for the fucking Christmas song, man.
Yeah, but because they got all the good ones then. Now they're just shit. Like Robbie Williams one was crap. I can't remember what it was.
I
I
didn't
heard
think much
Ed
of.
Sheeran's one with Elton John.
Yeah, I didn't think much of that.
No.
I didn't think. What's her name? Mariah Carey did one with Ariana Grande and someone else, and I didn't think much of that either.
No. It's crap. Crap. But this morning, when I was on my break and obviously Jamie was on the toilet, someone's rewritten the 12 Days of Christmas for the Two Men No Hope. And you are way more creative than we are, because we didn't even attempt to do it.
I would love to just take ownership of it and say we did it.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely amazing, and we'd like to, well, let's know if we're going to put it, obviously the lyrics up on all our socials and stuff, because it's amazing. Like, there's no way we're just going to say it here and then it's going to be, yeah, I mean, I'd love to know how long it took them to make it, because it's all from different episodes.
Yeah, they must have been doing it, compiling it over time. I don't know.
No, but it's fucking brilliant. So Jamie's done like a musical version, which is up to him if he wants to release it. I'm just going to try and read it out and not cock it up or sniff through it. And we'll see what happens.
I might, if I decide to do it, I'll put it on the end of the episode, but I don't know.
Yeah. The only problem is, like, because you put like you change your voice a little bit, some of the words you can't hear what they say. So it'd be better off maybe trying to do it again, but try a different way. But anyway, see if I can do this in a oneer. So it says, on the 12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 12 Ubers globbing, 11 paddies smashing, 10 crackheads walking, 9 zombies biting, 8 lamps are smashing, 7 people be fucking, 6 Snickers be veining, 5 cock rings, 4 hidden turds, 3 drunk friends, 2 pineapple pizzas, and the dick got me all that money. That's like something from like each of the episodes. I thought that was fucking brilliant. But we put the actual lyrics up, we'll write it up, and we'll put them on our social so you can see it. And if we're still going next year, maybe we can actually make that into a proper
tune
jingle to play in the episode.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for that. Made my morning in the freezing cold, eating my my roll this morning. So good. Right, so we're going to start off with a story that someone sent in. And I've got a fucking cold. I went to see Avatar at the weekend, and someone brought their child who was coughing up a lung. And now me and my brothers are all sick.
Oh no. Just before Christmas as well.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So
how was Avatar?
I'm sorry if I feel it. Yeah, it was alright. It's better than the first one, but it was very fucking long. Very long. Right, so they say, I used to work in a cash dispensary, and we have some pre-drinks there before the day. Cut! I don't know what's going on in my brain today, I swear to God. Right, let's start that again. I used to work in a cash dispensary, and we had some pre-drinks there during the day before our evening in the pubs. I would say it's fair to say I'd had rather too many sherbets. I fell asleep behind the wall truck bay. The rest of the guys thought I'd gone home and I wouldn't have been able to carry on the evening. So they locked up and left the offices. I woke up about 8 PM in the pitch black with no idea of where I was or how I got there. And as soon as I stood up, I set off the intruder alarm, so it was screaming in my ear the whole time. I was completely bewildered with what was going on. I eventually got myself together and tried my pass to get out, but the cash dispensary had gone into lockdown due to the alarm. Around 20 minutes later, after me trying everything to get out, the doors suddenly opened, and there stands my boss and a gang of cops, thinking they have caught a bank robber and made a massive bust, but instead they found an overweight 24-year-old dressed as the Grinch, covered in sick.
Oh, what a fucking story, man. Jesus Christ.
That's amazing. Surely, I would have thought though that like the manager would have access to the cameras like away from the office.
Well, yeah,
So
when you
I
think about
wouldn't
it,
be
we
like,
didn't know, did we?
yeah, but this is like a cash place. Like you think like loads of people would have the option to like look in to make sure everything's all right.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But
Security is proper tight
that's
in
one
them
hell of a
places
fucking
as well,
story.
so you would think there'd be something.
Yeah, exactly, like a backup. But that's one hell of a fucking story. Can you imagine it? I don't think we're allowed to pre-drink at work anymore after that.
I was thinking that must have been like a few years ago, because I can't imagine that happens nowadays.
Sorry, my stupid Santa hat had just thrown my earphones off my head.
I was saying it must have been a few years ago now, because I doubt any places would let you pre-drink on the premises now.
No, oh hell yeah, no. Yeah, they don't say when it was. But thank you for that story. That was absolutely brilliant. One of the many funny stories we had. That was well good. Dressed as the Grinch as well. I wonder what the cops would have said, because obviously it's obviously wasting their time, but I would have laughed.
It might be a little bit similar, like, do you remember we used to work with that woman that got the armed police to stop coming to the shop because she pressed the panic alarm so many times?
They turned it off. So we actually, in that shop, had no
The security whatsoever.
prevention of any sort of kind.
We could have been like getting fucking killed and pressed the panic alarm 9 times, but still no police because she was a fucking idiot and just kept pressing the button. I remember once it happened twice in 1 week, and the policeman turned up. He's got fucking big old like M4 in his hand or whatever the fuck they have, and he's like, "Did she press it again?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "I could tell." I was like, "I'm sorry." He was like, "Take her off the till," he said. That was so pissed off.
It was only fucking the only place that was good for her. Right, so this email I think is pretty relevant because I think everyone's probably going through this at this point. So it's so they say, as the Christmas season comes in, what do you guys think about kids with iPads or iPhones? My boy is 7 years old, and the baby mama is trying to convince me to buy him an iPad. I don't know if he is actually old enough for one, or whether she wants the iPad and is trying to con me out of my own money. I had planned to buy him a load of Batman figures and toys, like the Batmobile, etc. I feel like that's more age appropriate. I don't understand the whole, like, what's a 7-year-old going to do with an iPad? That's a really fucking expensive,
especially an
thing to
iPad. iPad's like the most expensive tablet you can get.
yeah. And there's some really good like kid friendly sort of like, because most kids only go on like YouTube or play some like silly games. There's some really good fucking kids ones, like ones that are like reinforced so they can like drop drink on and smash them about and you know what I mean. So why
Like,
wouldn't you just?
I'm not a fucking... Obviously, neither of us are parents, yeah? So I don't know whether people are just doing it to get peace and quiet or whatever, but... 7 years old, I remember I got my first phone. I know obviously times were different, but I got my first phone when I was like... I was in my teens, I think. I'm pretty sure I was in my teens.
Yeah, me too.
And I just don't get why you would give a fucking 7-year-old... I only got an iPad a couple of years ago, and I'm fucking nearly 30.
But then again, I only use mine for going on YouTube and replying to some emails from the podcast. So I don't. What's the 7-year-old doing? You know what I mean? Like important business papers and spreadsheets and things.
I can imagine they play loads of games, as you said, but you could do that on some shitty Android piece of crap that you could get off fucking Amazon for 12 quid or something. Do you know what I mean?
But that's what I mean. They have like imitation tablets that still you can still go on things, but they're built to be a little bit more indestructible. They could obviously can still break, but like, what's to stop that kid like opening it on Christmas and then fucking chucking it somewhere and smashing it?
Yeah.
That's my
When
whole.
when Aaron was 7, he took out my Gran Turismo PlayStation game and threw it at my head and missed, and it hit a brick wall and smashed into a million pieces. That's when he was 7. Do you know what I mean? That's the level of fucking child that you're working with there. So I don't know.
I think Batman the Batman stuff. If he likes Batman, I think that's way more
Yeah, definitely,
appropriate. You know what I mean, for a 7-year-old.
definitely.
And I think, to be fair, I think he's probably hit it on the head there with like the missus wants a crack of it. So it's like, oh, you know, oh, he's not using it at the minute, and she's sitting there like going away on her Facebook and that.
Yeah, because
we're gonna get
at the end of the day,
get her in
your
trouble.
ex is always going to be trying to get like
ex?
a lot of people. Yeah, because he said baby mama, didn't he?
Yeah,
I suppose they could still be together. I just assume they're
yeah. I was gonna
apart.
say, where'd you get ex from?
Because normally when someone says baby mama, it means they've split up. I thought.
How does it? Oh, I don't know.
Don't matter.
Once again, Jamie,
We read it differently.
But we come to the same conclusion anyway. Like, it's not unreasonable to get a 7-year-old figurines and things instead of a really expensive tablet that he's not going to take care of. I mean, no, I'm not. I mean, you get some really sort of. Not every kid breaks everything they get hold of, right? I'm not saying, but it's still something that is not easily replaced if they're going to, you know, end up breaking it.
If anything, start off with a cheaper tablet.
Yeah.
If you are going to go
sure.
down that road, if you do give it to the kid that early, start off with a cheaper tablet and see what happens.
Yeah, say it as like a test thing.
If he eats it at a wall,
because then you could get.
if he eats it at a wall, then you know that there's no need for an iPad.
Yeah, he's not fucking. But then if you get a cheaper one, you can get the Batman stuff as well. And then, you know what I mean? And then if he picks the tablet up and doesn't even look at it, then you know that she really wanted it and he didn't give a fuck. And there you go. There's your answer for that. And then you'd have to buy one anyway. So there you go. I'm sure you could go on eBay and get a shit tablet for like £100. Not even that.
Yeah,
Actually,
easy.
my mum just sold. She found her old iPad Mini.
All right.
I think she sold that for £90. But it is mini, like it's fucking compared to what she's using now. Like it's tiny, but you know what I mean, be alright. There's another test. Get a really old iPad that still works because a kid doesn't know the difference. And if the wife or whatever she is goes, why don't you get my newer one? And it'd be like, well, then go to her like, why do you care?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, is he not happy with it?
Because you really wanted it. Yeah, exactly. You don't care. He doesn't know if that's new or not. I'll tell him it's new. So, hopefully that helps. And obviously it's late, so you may have possibly already gone out and bought the iPad. And if you had, take out the insurance, mate. That's all I can say to you about that.
If he got it through the Royal
Take
Mail,
out
he might not
insurance.
have received the cut fucker anyway.
Is that true? Yeah. Fucking hell, yeah. Well, he might not be in the UK.
Yeah, true.
He probably is, but there you go. So he has another question which ties in. So I'm going to read out his second question and then the other listener's question because they're both similar. Just so we've got, but they're both like, there's slightly different. So this current listener says, my girl keeps texting all the time and hiding her phone from me. Am I right to ask her to see the phone when I want to? Or am I crazy? I think when I want to is a strong word. But the other listener says, do you guys think I'm a crazy person for wanting to know if my girlfriend is cheating on me? She's texting people all the time and always gets defensive when I ask who she's talking to. She takes the phone to the toilet with her each time she goes. Am I being paranoid or am I worrying for a right reason? So they're both similar. Like he wants to see it, and this guy's she's physically like. But then I take my phone to the toilet. I would do it anyway. But then guys do it because they sit on like stupid games, or like I'm normally sitting on TikTok or something like that. But I think it's hard because I think Christmas as well, especially if this is what's happening now, is a stressful time. And with social media, it's so easy to find someone that you think is like a listening ear, when really, if it's a guy or anything like that, they've got other agendas. You know what I mean?
100%. 100%. I think you do have a right to be worried if they're constantly on their phone and doing whatever. But at the same time, you can't go full psycho like I would. And I'd be demanding to look at the phone and be mental about shit like that. And then that ends up driving people away anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They could end up
but then
actually...
as well, if you ask to see theirs, they want to see yours.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Right.
But you could, if you keep pushing, you could drive them into actually talking to someone that they weren't going to talk to anyway.
Right.
And if they're an attractive girl, there'll be 100 men on a fucking Instagram begging.
I think we always say it before, like we said it multiple times, it's like, you have to talk with them. That's like the hardest, like, people just think, oh yeah, you can talk to them, stuff. That's one of the hardest things to do when you're in a relationship, because you don't want to upset each other. Or anything like that. But if it's something silly, it's better to have spoke about it and got it over with, and then you don't have to worry. But then if it's something more serious, then you spoke about it and you've got it done, and then you both can move on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think phones are quite a sneaky thing anyway. Like, unless you do it excessively, then you don't really notice it. But if someone's on it all the time, and then you can tell by like facial expressions if they're giggling or that, and you're like, what's funny? What are you doing that's making you laugh like that?
Yeah, if Charlotte gets a text at like 9 o'clock, I'm like, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is texting you at this time?
But then if Jamie gets a text at 9 o'clock, Charlotte goes, what does Dan want?
She knows that 90% of my phone notifications are to do with either you, the podcast, or one of my brothers. It will be something like that. I don't think she's concerned at all, but fucking hell, mate. In the past, I was full blown crazy. Like, I would be like looking through girls' phones when they go to the toilet and shit. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's not a nice way to be. I think in a perfect world, or no, not even like. I think if you're mutually on the same thing, asking to see someone's phone isn't a problem. I mean, it sounds more intrusive than it is, but if you're in a relationship with someone and you're like, "Can I see your phone?" Yeah, why not? You know what I mean? But if you are up to something, but like there's circumstances, right? Like if they're planning a surprise for you for Christmas or something like that, they might be a bit secretive,
or you've done something to piss them off, and they've slagged you off in their group chat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think the best thing to do is to be like have like a serious conversation, and yeah, they might get defensive, but I think defensive is more a negative thing. Like if they're getting defensive, it's because they are hiding something. But there's no point. That's what causes anxiety and stuff, right? Is the constant thinking about it. So just get it done. Speak to them. Get it sorted. The worst thing is being cheated on, especially if they think they're getting away with it. I hate that.
Yeah, I think if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And like they could meet someone in fucking Tesco's tomorrow or Asda tomorrow, and hit it off somehow, and that would be how it starts. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you spend your whole life worrying about it, you go down like a rabbit hole of being a nutcase. And I done years of it in relationships, and was a complete and utter negative person to a lot of people. So once you get out of that, myself now looking back on how I was like a train wreck, like fucking worrying about shit that shouldn't have been worried about. Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of the girls weren't doing nothing. It was more the fact that I was a dickhead. Do you know what I mean?
But that's what I mean. Like, if I look at, say, like your relationship or Jim, like I see in Canada or stuff like that, like I couldn't imagine, like if Charlotte asked to see your phone, like, be like, well, then,
Yeah, I just throw
you know
her
what I mean,
it.
I
So
wouldn't there'd be an arc.
try not to
Yeah,
look at
and
the
the same with
videos
like if
because
you
they'll
ask for
be full
Charlotte.
of disgraceful shit that I get sent in group chats.
Yeah, same here. But I think that's it, right? Like, it's just hard. Like, it's a hard thing to trying to talk about things like that with your partner is hard in general. Um, without them getting defensive about it. But then I think that just shows you the maturity in the relationship, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're
Yeah.
both moving at the same pace, like, that shouldn't be a problem. But if one of you is a bit iffy and they're texting other people and stuff like that, then it's, you know what I mean? Maybe you need to sit down and discuss what's going on. I think.
I always
Would be the
think,
best thing.
yeah, there's always going to be, especially like with guys, there's always going to be a guy that will be angling for something, whether they work with them, whether whatever. The girls always seem to think that it's like a innocent thing, but all guys are like predators, man. Like they don't care in it. They act like they're being
No.
friends and all that shit. Soon as you're out the picture, wham bam, thank you, man. They're straight in there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Not saying that women aren't like that as well. You know what I mean? But
Oh
I'm
no,
saying
yeah,
in this
yeah,
sort of
100%.
case. You know what I mean? But yeah, get it sorted, man. And always remember the special thing around Christmas is gift receipts. You can always take stuff back.
Or give it to a rebound.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah, just keep it there in case you need it for someone. But hopefully you both get it sorted because obviously it's Christmas, man. We want both of us want everyone to have a good time and be happy. So it's not a nice, time of year to have things like that. But it's better getting it sorted and getting it out of the way than
Yeah.
dealing with it over Christmas. That's the
Communication
worst thing.
is
Like, have
key.
you ever been like being sitting over like someone's cutting a turkey and then it all just fucking explodes and then you've ruined Christmas dinner? You know what I mean? Like, fuck no, get it sorted.
You just end up covered
Get
in
it
cranberry sauce and tears.
Oh mate, I fucking love me some cranberry sauce. Right, so like I said, keep in touch. Let us know how you get on. Obviously, me and Jamie are always here. Just because you've emailed in once doesn't mean you can't do it again. So hopefully you get it sorted. So this next listener, God, beard gets right through me. So they say, how would your Christmas days go generally? I always think it's interesting to see how different families conduct Christmas Day. Many thanks. So run us through a standard Maltman Christmas Day, Jamie.
Standard Maltman Christmas Day, if I was at my mum's house, would be... I'd get there at like morning-ish time, like about 10, 11. I'd get there. We'd have like something to eat in the morning, like a bacon sandwich or like a croissant or something. And then casually start drinking before 12 o'clock, like alcoholics. And then... put on some Christmas music, and then just like my mum has like a meltdown in the kitchen all the time, so you just like kind of just stay quiet, casually drink, eat some crap. Mum will put all the initial food on, and then we'll go and open up our presents straight away. We're like, when I lived at home, we all opened up as soon as we woke up in the morning, but obviously now that I turn up a bit later, we open up when I get there. But yeah, and then Christmas dinner. Then normally we play some games in the evening, and then watch some bad film normally to finish everything off. Everyone's quite drunk. Don't really argue. A lot of families argue at Christmas. We don't really argue.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, really. But it's quite stressful, like cooking all that food and stuff like that. I don't blame families for getting a bit agitated with each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. I like... It's a lot of food to cook, and I always feel like... My mum's got like an open plan kitchen, but somehow everyone just seems to stand in the way. That like there's no one... Everyone just won't fucking sit down. So
I
whoever's
love
cooking
kitchens.
is
They're the
stressed
best
all
place
the
to be.
time, I think.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah. So, my family is like you could set your watch to us. I swear to God, like every fucking year is exactly the same. So I always stay. I'm single. Yeah, I mean I don't care. So I always stay at mum's. I go over Christmas Eve, and I come home Boxing Day.
Okay.
Boxing Day evening. So, because my mum is amazing, and she spoils me and my brothers. So Christmas morning, all three of us still get stockings. Obviously, mine is full of like toothpaste, boxes, and sweets and things like that. It's when I get the boring junk,
Mm.
and then my brothers get all this like weird shit that I don't get. So we all open that, and the dog goes mental for the wrapping paper, and then we come down, and like again, my mum's amazing. So we've normally got fucking gazillion. So it takes us, I think, we start opening the presents, and I think we don't finish opening presents for about an hour and a half.
Fuck
Like
me.
we're just full on fucking yeah. So like me, my brothers open all ours, and then we give each other everyone else's, and then we have a snowball because my granddad used to love snowballs. If you don't know what that is, it's lemonade and avocado. Is it avocado or avocat? No, the
Yeah.
cheap one's avocat, isn't it?
Yeah, the cheap ones
It's
have
like
a
this
cat,
yellowy
Weird.
alcoholic crap that you mix with lemonade. It's amazing. And then mum, we used to have bacon rolls like you, like in the morning, but mum started making this thing. I don't know if you've seen it on TikTok. Mum saw it on Facebook ages ago. You get like ready-made puff pastry, and you put Nutella on it, and then you put another sheet on top, and then you make it look like a Christmas tree, and you twist the edges,
Oh, okay.
and then you can like pull it off. It's like nuts. Oh mate, I'll put a picture up this year on our Instagram. Mum does it. So now she does that. Jeff picks up all the wrapping paper. We have dinner normally about like 3 o'clock, and then we're so full because mum fucking packs it on. We all fall asleep. We all have a nap for a couple of hours, and we wake up, and then me, my mum, and my two brothers play board games, and Jeff sits in the front room with the dog watching TV.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And we all get hammered, and Jeff sits there watching TV because he can't handle his drink. He's like a teetotaler. So this year, leading into a funny story, because I know there was a question about funny Christmas stories we got. Last year was the first year we properly, because my brother's old, both my brothers are now, well, Toby's 25 and Logan's 18. So we were all drinking, playing board games, and I just got fucking carried away. Because when you're playing board games, you're just drinking, isn't you? It's easy.
Yeah.
And I went to bed, didn't think anything about it. Got up in the morning, and Jeff goes to me, do you remember last night? And I was like, yeah, what do you mean? And he goes, oh, because in the middle of the night you came in, you walked up to the side of our bed, and then went to go like take a piss like it was the bathroom.
No way.
Like, what? so he's like Dan, and I'm just like yeah. So then I proceeded to leave my parents' bedroom and went into Toby's bedroom, which is the next one along, and he woke up, almost caught me taking a piss in his room as well. And like pushed me out of the room, and I eventually found the toilet and then went back to sleep. So I'm gonna pour out as much alcohol as I'm having this year. I'm not gonna get like that because that's so fucking embarrassing. Going to piss on your stepfather at Christmas.
That's a story though. That would be a story of the ages if it fucking happened. Do you know that's been happening to me? Not even when I've been drinking either. I've been sleepwalking.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I was actually halfway down the stairs last month. Charlotte found me walking halfway down the stairs looking to go for a piss somewhere. And I was sober.
Why is it always going for a pee?
Yeah.
That's it, innit? It's always going for a piss.
She's found me in here doing it. She's found me doing it against the radiator in the bedroom. Do you know the mirror next to the ensuite? So the ensuite's there. The mirror's just to the left of the door. I've stood in front of the mirror and tried to take my dick out.
Fucking hell. What that you must have 1,000 drunk stories of being with your family at Christmas.
Uh, it's always been very because we eat so much, and like we all drink and stuff. Even though you're drinking loads, nothing really happens because you're all eating so much. So you're just like slugs sitting there. There's a lot of stuff where we argue like fuck over games. Like I gave up in Pictionary last year, and I was just refusing to speak. So they would be. They were like they wanted me to. No, it wasn't Pictionary. It was charades. Yeah, they wanted me to
Oh, I
act
hate
out.
charades.
Yeah, I hate it as well. They wanted me to act out Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Yeah.
How the
So
hell would you act out that?
exactly. So I just went like this, innit? I just went. As in who?
Yeah, don't know. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
who?
like,
Yeah.
huh?
But they were like, they started coming at me. So then after that, I refused to speak, innit? So I was just.
Which is technically the point of the game, Jamie. So you're not really.
Yeah, but I was refusing to speak in general. I would like when they're asking me to guess, I was just sitting there looking at them, innit?
Yeah, I don't even know how the. Yeah, I hate charades so much. It's so such a.
But it used to be when my
grand.
granddad was still alive. It used to be a yearly thing because granddad used to come to us every year, and it used to be a yearly thing where you knew granddad had had enough and he needs to go home, and we used to get him a taxi home every year. He'd have enough drink in him, and then like he'd be like, all of a sudden he'd start insulting people and start calling someone a cunt or something, and then he'd be like, right, that's it, it's time to go, and you'd put him in the taxi.
We now, so like before my granddad passed away a couple of years ago, he had a Christmas up here, and I put on because he was a grumpy old bugger. I put on Grumpy Old Men. Have you seen that film?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we now watch that at Christmas now because he sat there and he was like, I don't understand why you guys are laughing. Because he was grumpy, and so he was sitting there watching
because it was like a documentary,
and he just thought they were yeah. And we're like fucking pissing ourselves, and he's like, it's not funny that I don't understand it, and we were just like laughing even more because he couldn't figure it out. So now we watch that, but fucking brilliant. So that email follows on to this one. So this listener says, obviously they can't wait for the episode, but I think it would be a good idea to discuss what the Two Men No Hope Christmas would look like if you guys were hosting your families together with an unlimited amount of money to spend. I'm pretty sure unlimited money just means open bar.
Yeah. Whatever drink you want, innit?
See, when I was thinking about that question, I was thinking to myself, what would we do? So, to answer this question before I change the question to what I was thinking, there'd be loads of food and loads of drink, because I know that my mum and my brothers would get on with you guys, but Jeff can't drink, so it'd just be like Jeff sitting doing whatever he's doing and us getting fucking wrecked. You know what I mean? The money, it's not even needed the money. We just never at the same place at the same time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what it would be, wouldn't it? It would just be fucking drinking. So what I was thinking to myself is, say this time next year, something happens, I don't know, we go viral and the fucking podcast takes off, which we hope it will do, and we get the chance and money to do a proper Christmas special. What would you ideally want to do as something like amazing for the listeners for Christmas?
For both of us to.
Yeah, so it'd be like a Two Men No Hope proper Christmas special. Like, you could have people on the interview, you could interview people, you could be on location. That's what I mean. Like, if we took over, we had like sponsors, money was coming in.
Yeah.
They were like, here's a blank check, Dan and Jamie, because you're amazing. Do a Christmas special that is going to be amazing.
I would probably say what would be good would be to go to like the North Pole or something like that, innit? If we'd made enough money, we'd go up there, stay in one of them like ice. Do you know they do the ice hotels? up
Oh
there,
yeah.
where it's only there for 6 months of the year. It's made it entirely out of ice. We'll go stay there for like a couple of nights and do
I
like
want to
loads of
record the
filming
episode.
around that, and go and see the what is it called, the Northern Lights,
Oh, the Northern Lights, yeah.
stuff like that. I think that would be good.
See, I was trying to think. I was thinking like food wise. I was thinking like how could we get the listeners involved, because that's a very big part of our thing, right? Is that listeners
Yeah,
get to be
exactly.
involved in what we do in the episode. And I was thinking, wouldn't it be fucking great to be able to get a bus, like a big fucking thing, and start on the 1st of December all the way up till Christmas, and people could buy tickets to like a Christmas dinner with Two Men No Hope. So on the
What,
bus
and
we'd
do
have
like
like
a
a chef
tour of
we
the
took
country
with
thing?
us. Yeah, and start at the bottom, stop in like London and like all the main places like Liverpool, Manchester, and finish up at the top of Scotland at
That'd be cool.
Christmas or whatever.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, and obviously like our families would be on the bus, and then all the listeners could buy tickets, and we'd have like a hall or something. It'd be like
By the end of
25
it, I'll be
days.
sick of turkey. I know I'd be sick of turkey. People would be like, "Do you want some turkey?" I'd be like, "Fuck off, mate. I ain't having none of that."
It couldn't be like every day. It would be like, I don't know. We'd have to pick maybe like 4 or 5 locations, but I think that'd be well good. Like you'd see the bus, Two Men No Hope along the side, with our families in it, and like a travelling chef we've got with us or whatever.
Mate,
And then like each venue can hold like 100, 150 people, whatever, buying tickets.
yeah, that'd be cool.
And then we could do an live episode each time we stopped, with like all the listeners there. Blah, blah,
Could
blah.
bring people up and do some kind of like a segment with a random listener every place.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking today. I was like, that'd be fucking quality. That's a real Christmas special, not like our Christmas-ish what we're doing right now.
Yeah,
because we've got
Christmas-ish.
no money.
What would be amazing as well, outside of that, is if I was to go into London or whatever and I saw Two Men No Hope on the side of a fucking bus, mate, I'll be like, we've made it, innit? That's it, we're done. Pack my bags, I'm
Mate,
done.
Like what's his face's Steve-O's bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be absolutely fucking well good. Yeah, so just to finish off that little thought, like, it's all up to you guys. If that's something that you, if you wanted to see a Two Men No Hope tour bus with Christmas food in it, you've got an entire year to blow us up. Because we're nothing without you guys. You got to tell everyone about us. And then maybe
And
we'll
we'd
make that
definitely be
happen
up
in
for
the
it.
future.
I'm a real sucker for Christmas specials, isn't it? Like programs that
Yeah.
I don't even watch on TV, I will watch the Christmas special.
I fucking love Christmas in general. The food's amazing, but we'll get onto that in a bit. But yeah, no.
But
I love
do you
a
know,
good
do you
fucking
know
Christmas.
working in retail, man? Like, when I started working where I am now, I love Christmas now. Working in retail, I hated it. I hated Christmas because all you heard was Christmas from August. Do you remember, like, in August you start having, like, fucking meetings about what days you're open and what days you're closing, and you'd only be closed for the one fucking day.
Yeah, and then they make you come
It'd be
in
the
on
same
Boxing
every
Day.
year.
So this whole email is a Christmas story question. That's what I
Oh, was
phrased
it?
Yeah. Right. So we got quite a long email here, but it's all valid and it's all funny. So I'm going to try and read it out the best I can for the whole lot of it. Without cocking it up. So he likes you being humble about your cooking skills, Jamie.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah. Being humble. Well, that he's terrible at it. I think, is it humble when your wife's taking the piss out of you for it?
Yeah, he said humbled, didn't he? So Charlotte humbled me.
More like berated you. Anyway, it says, I would love to know if you guys have ever spent the holidays with somebody else's family and think to yourself, I made a massive mistake. We're not going to work after this. So he's given a story to go along with this question. Before I met my wife, I was seeing a girl for about 8 months, and we were in quite deep, and I spent my first Christmas with her and her family. I am not a traditional person, so I am very open to a lot around Christmas, but when I arrived in the morning, they would sit and make you open presents individually, and everyone else would see your reaction. There's only so much joy you can show when opening socks. That sounds fucking terrifying.
That's
Like
horrible.
the
Yeah.
whole that's in like Christmas movies where like everyone's watching you open one fucking present. That's tradition gone mad. This turned the present opening process into a very long affair as we all opened one present each, then the next person would. That was the first red flag of the day. After that, they all cooked and ate a full English breakfast at 11:30.
That's too fucking much.
That's late. That's late for a fucking. At this point, I was wondering how we was going to have Christmas lunch. True. I waited and waited all day, being polite, keeping it to myself, as all British people do. I then was asked if I wanted to go play rounders with our cousins and brothers. Where the fuck is he doing this? At Buckingham Palace or something? Fuck it. Who plays rounders at Christmas? As a grown man, playing rounders on Christmas Day is not my idea of relaxing. Christmas lunch was eventually at 7 p.m. It's no Christmas lunch, so don't refer to it as a Christmas lunch in my eyes, but they continue to anyway. That was the second red flag. But to top it all off, the third red flag was coming in hard. No TV in the evening, no games, just singing at the piano like a cheesy Channel 5B movie. All the Christmas carols that I've never heard of, until finally we were allowed to go to bed, which I was glad to. To find I had to sleep in the outhouse with no heating. Worst Christmas ever. Never again will I go to another person's Christmas day. I may be in the wrong here, guys, but what do you think? I think when he means outhouse, he means like an extension, not actually like a toilet. Right?
Oh, yeah, I would hope so. I thought it would be something like.
Outhouse
Do
is
you remember what you used to have?
Yeah, like an annex.
Converted,
sort of thing,
yeah, like a converted garage or
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not an outhouse is a toilet. To me, that's what an outhouse is.
Yeah.
What one hell of a fucking day. That sounds terrible. Who the fuck sings at a piano? Even if I could play the piano, which is pretty impressive, I wouldn't make you stand there and sing Christmas
I genuinely
carols.
thought it's only like American films where people sing at pianos.
Or The Exorcist. They do that in The Exorcist as well. No.
Mate.
So I can't relate to this because, like I said, me and my family are like clockwork, right? Every year, without fail, I always stay at mum's. We always do exactly the same thing. Every year.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if I'm with someone or not. But what was your first Christmas with Charlotte's parents like?
It was different. It was definitely different. I picked up somehow our families have started merging a little bit. Like the croissant thing was from Charlotte's family. Like we'd go there earlier because my family sleep in, so we go there a bit earlier. It was like at like 9. We were there at like 9 o'clock.
So do you do both families on the same day, or do you do?
Nah, fuck that. We drink too much, innit? Like what I do with Charlotte, the way we've kept it fair is 1 year we're at my mum's on Christmas Day and Charlotte's mum on Boxing Day. The following year it'll be the other way round. COVID fucked that up a little bit, and Charlotte's mum and dad going to Australia for 2 years in a row fucked that up a little bit. But so we ended up more
your
at my
mum would be
mum's
happy
than
because she
hers.
got you.
Huh?
Yeah. I said, well, your mum would be happy though because that means she got you for more, didn't she?
Yeah, but do you know the? Well, I won't bring it up now. But COVID year, we ended up by ourselves. But we'll go into that after. But yeah, it was very different. It like they would have croissants in the morning, and then they do this thing called midday margaritas, which completely fucked me right up because that was my first Christmas with them, and I'm not very good with tequila. Tequila's not good for me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I was going to buy a bottle when I came down, but you said not to.
Yeah, because it fucks me up. Like I'm a good drinker, but tequila just sends me to like ascension level. And I was drunk from 1 p.m. Like fucked from 1 p.m. And I don't remember a lot of the day, but after that, they don't. open their presents till after they ate, which I found really strange. But they eat early. They ate at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
You do eat early though because you put the turkey in because it takes so long, and then you eat when the turkey's done, right? Like you don't 7 p.m. That's
7
fucking
p.m. is
mental.
way
That's
too
board
late.
game getting pissed. Yeah,
7
yeah,
p.m. is
that's
what
not a
I
chance.
eat dinner at on a normal week.
Yeah.
Um,
No, you have Christmas because it's so filling. It like we always have a nap. You got to like. There's no way you could function
yeah,
eating all
you'd end
that
up
food and
waking up at
carrying
10
on going.
o'clock
Yeah.
if that was the case. I think at my house we tend to have it about 3 or 4, but that's just because we all wake up late and spend a lot more time drinking than we should. At Charlotte's, it's always about 2 o'clock, and that's like late for some people. Some people have it at like 12.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
But no, other than that, it's not really much different. They don't play any games. They watch a lot more TV than we do. They spend a lot more
TV's just
time
shit, though.
talking than we do as well. So
I don't understand that either. We don't talk that much. I get annoyed when we're eating dinner and there's too much fucking talking. It does make me.
mine's very much
But
more relaxed than Charlotte's. I think Charlotte's like they like people sitting at the dinner table and stuff like that. And if in my house, if someone had finished, they would get up and start like doing whatever they wanted. But at hers,
oh yeah,
it
we
was always
don't.
a bit more.
Yeah,
Stay
you
at
sit
the
at the
dinner
table
table.
and then you sit there until it's like the one time a year you sit at the table.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
my mum don't
So you
even have a
stay there, it's
table.
fucking
If you
cool.
think about it,
Yeah, but you have that cool like island in the middle of your kitchen.
yeah, this year's going to be weird, man, because there's going to be more of us. So it's going to be like we're going to have to put my old podcasting table on the end of that, which is about fucking half a foot lower. So it's going to be like the kid tables attached to the
The
main
kids'
table.
But no, I think this listener was 100% right to get out there because like if that's what if that's completely different to your family, there's no way they'll be able to mix. Could you imagine it?
What would have wrote me off is doing a full English at like fucking 11 o'clock in the day. Like, what are they doing? Oh, that
Yeah,
would have
half
that would have
11.
been
That's
my first
well
thing.
late.
Like, nah, this ain't for me.
But then the difference is like my family open presents from the morning. It takes us a long time because we all go mental for each other because we're family. But individual, fucking hell, that would take my family all day. And then you sort of open it, don't you? And you do that awkward like, oh, this is great, yeah. And then you got to sort of look at it for a little bit, and everyone's like, oh, he wanted that, and then you got to open it and have a little look at it, and they're like, oh, is that the right one? So it's like a 10 to 15 minute ordeal per present.
Do you know?
You can't just open it and go, oh, thanks, chuck it.
The first time, I think, if I remember rightly, the first time when I went to Charlotte's for Christmas, I think we did do that, but I don't think that lasted very long because I took the piss so much that they didn't do it anymore. The worst thing about we did one year down in Devon, in Charlotte's granddad's house because he had like a big house down in Devon, so we all went down there.
All right.
And what the funniest thing is, like, we still take the piss out of Charlotte's mum for it now. Is she bought and wrapped her own presents, and then Glyn had my father-in-law had no idea what was in the present, yeah. And then she sat there and she had more presents than any of us, like a huge pile, more than anyone, yeah. And she sat there and opened them all and acted really surprised about them all. And I was like, the only person in this room that's surprised is Glyn, isn't it? Because he had no idea.
You say
what
that
he
though,
got.
but my mum does that.
That's
Not
fucking
that
mental.
he doesn't know. She's like, oh, I want this, and she'll buy it and she'll wrap it for herself. And then she'll open it and she'll be like, oh, I never knew, and like makes a joke out of it. I'm surprised how many people do that. That's not even like a weird sort of. That's like common now.
It's what make my family is simplified it so much now, where midway through November, early December, we go, okay, I'm going to send a link to what I want, and we all send each other links, and then everyone gets each other the stuff, and then that's it, done. My mum comes out with some surprises because obviously she's the mum, but
Yeah.
Kieran knows what he's getting from me. I know what I'm getting from Kieran. Aaron does the same. Charlotte doesn't know what she. The only curveballs there are is Charlotte and Kieran's girlfriend. They're the only curveballs because they don't send links. Do you know what I mean? So they don't know what they're getting.
I feel like my nose is getting more blocked up as we go on. Have you got to get the new edition a present?
Yes. Nothing big.
Fucking hell. No.
Pamper
Yeah.
set. Best thing to do. I remember the first. I think it was Christmas Eve. Yeah. First time Aaron had a job. First time I had a girlfriend to buy for. Charlotte, and
Yeah.
he was like, "What do I buy her? I don't know." So Christmas Eve, I took him to Milton Keynes. We walked through Milton Keynes, straight into Body Shop, picked up a pamper set, £10 off the shelf, paid for it, back out, into the car, drove home. We were in Milton Keynes for less than 10 minutes. And I was like, we could have done this in Luton, mate. You do realise that? He was like, well, I didn't realise it would be that easy. And I was like, well, I thought you were just going to... He was like, I don't know what to get her. I was like, just a pamper set. Every woman that you want to spend just a little bit of money on, but you don't want to go over the top, pamper set done, innit? Sorted.
There's a guy at work that I talked to. He's a nice guy, a bit simple, but he's just started dating someone, and I was like, "Are you getting her something for Christmas?" And he's like, "Yeah, but I don't know what." And I'm like, "Well, you're going to the Edinburgh Christmas market, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Well, take her around the shops, and if she ever goes, oh, that's nice, write it down." He was like, "What?" And I'm like, "Write it down, and then when she's not there, pick something and buy it." And he went, and he didn't do it. So now he doesn't know what to buy her. And I'm like, "I told you what to do." I'm like, technically this is a second job. I'm not going to say his name. I'm like, listen to what I'm saying. I was like, many listeners have done so, and they're very happy about it. I told you what to do. What are you doing? I'll figure something out. No, I'm pretty sure you won't, mate.
Some people are so shit
I gave
at
him
buying presents, man.
free gold. I gave him there, advice gold, and he didn't fucking take it.
With Charlotte,
But
like last year with Charlotte, yeah, I knew. I was just like, right, okay, what I'll do. She kept going on in around October. She kept going on about vinyls and record players and all this shit. So I thought I'll stay quiet about that. See if she buys one. She didn't buy one. What did Jamie turn up with on Christmas Day? Record player. Adele's new album, done, sorted. Yeah, and then this year, who she's listening to all the time, other than Adele, because she's obsessed with Adele. Who's she listening to all the time? Thought it'd be an easy situation and ended up not being. Thank you to Royal Mail again. Beyonce album done, sorted. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's simple. If you listen to what they're talking about all the time, then you know. All these husbands that bring back Hoovers and fucking dishwashers and fucking washing machines and shit, you are dickheads.
yeah, they say they don't want anything, but they're telling you what they want.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do is take them somewhere, and they'll go, "That's nice," which means I would like that. Boom, sorted.
I think men are hard to buy for. I find my dad hard to buy for. I find myself hard to buy for, like to tell people what I want. My brothers are a little bit more forward, but that's because they're always into something. But like Charlotte's dad's difficult. I'm difficult. My dad's difficult because I buy what I want throughout the year. Do you know what I mean?
I saw a TikTok about a guy that said that. He goes, guys are difficult because they do. They see something, they want it, they buy it. Whereas women don't do that. But like, my mum is fucking great. Like, whenever me and my brothers get into anything, she learns a little bit of it. So like every Christmas, you always get something you fucking want. I don't know how she does it. She's fucking brilliant. I'm all right. I'm getting better, but I'm a fucking terrible gift giver. Normally, I'm like you. Send me a link. I'm getting
It
better.
has simplified
I can't
things.
say, yeah, I can't say anything because Mum sometimes listens, and my brother definitely listens.
So you got to be
So I
quiet.
can't, yeah, I can't say anything. I've got some pretty fucking big bangers though. I'm pretty sure they're all gonna be happy. But it's nice. I think I when I was younger, I straight out didn't do presents because I was a miserable fucking prick. Um, and since moving to Scotland, I've been doing it more and more each year, and I understand why. Giving someone a gift and a gift they want is definitely a good feeling. You know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Are
Yeah.
you a giver to receiver? I know that sounds sexual, but it's not.
Especially when you said it to me as well. No, not really. I think I always find it a little bit awkward receiving gifts off people. Like you said to me when you were like, "Oh, if what I've bought you is shit, will you say it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but you see it in my face." I think, you know what I mean. But like the feeling of when you've bought something, and you're like, "They're gonna fucking love this," and you can't wait to give it to them, and you've wrapped it up, and then you give it to them. Yeah, that's pretty fucking banging.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I
So
definitely agree with that. But I am
yeah,
definitely a giver to receiver, and like I need if I feel as though I've been outdone in the situation, I'll be annoyed, and that
it
I'll be
depends on
like,
the person though. Like
yeah,
if you
true.
went to work and you were like if me and you worked like when I say like first you worked together and I was like, "Oh Jamie, I've got you a little present," and you were like, "Thanks, Dan." I'll be like, "Okay," and then I'll turn to one of the other people. I'll be like, "I fucking bought Jamie something and he didn't even consider buying me fucking nothing." But like if it's my family, I'll be like, "Oh, I bought you this," and I wouldn't even, you know what I mean, think about. But we were saying about that person that said about buying presents for like friends and that. If I
Mm.
bought you a present, I want you to fucking bought me one back. Because you've crossed the threshold now of like, I'd quite happily just buy you something for the sake of it, and I wouldn't expect anything.
Yeah,
You know what I
definitely.
mean?
Vice versa, I think.
Yeah. So there's definitely different situations where it's like, I want something back. I've gone for the trouble of it.
Mm. I one year I agonised. Like obviously I'm big into whiskey. You're big into whiskey, um, or bourbons. Um, I also know someone else that's big into bourbons, and I agonised one year trying to find something really different, something that's like obviously you have like a price range, but you don't want to like buy the bog standard like Bullet Bourbon or fucking Maker's Mark or whatever. I was agonised in trying to find something different. I found something that I was really pleased with. I actually bought myself a bottle of it because I was that happy about getting it. And then my present back was fucking some flavoured vodka or something. And I just remember thinking, do these people even fucking know me? Do they know me? Like, I've never once in my fucking life expressed any interest in flavoured vodka. And you've given me this. I just remember being so upset. I remember opening it and I was just thinking, thank fuck they're not here to see me open this because Jesus Christ. Charlotte was like, "What's wrong?"
And then
And
Jay was like,
I just threw it on the side. I was like, "Fuck that!" It's still in my
"He's like,
cupboard.
well, I
It's
fucking
still in
drunk
my
it."
cupboard. About
Oh, I was
5 years
gonna
later.
say, you're gonna say, "I fucking drunk it, but I didn't enjoy it, but I drank it anyway."
Nah, it's one of them ones that I had a sip out of it and I was like, "This is as disgusting as I expected it to be," and I just put it back in.
So saying about gifts and alcohol and stuff. So I think I've expressed a few times in the episode in the channel how I dislike my other half of my family, my auntie and her kids, because they're very selfish people, and my mum is very giving. So she always tries, and they always give her crap. Like one year, my auntie went into WH Smith, and it was buy one get one free on books. So she gave mum a free book that she'd got, but made out that she'd bought it, but left a sticker on it. And my cousin does a lot of stuff on. I say it's begging, but there's a thing on Amazon where you can make a wish list, and people will send you stuff off your wish list. So last year she took a lot of stuff that she asked for, put it in a box and sent it to mum. So I always get annoyed because mum, like I said, is very the opposite of that. So I went to the cinema. It wasn't to see Avatar, it was to see something else. And I was standing in line, and mum was there. And I got a text from my cousin, which I don't speak to. So I don't even have her saved into my phone, but she's got my number. So it was a blank number. And I saw the picture, and I'm like, what the fuck does she want? And it said, granted that my cousin, right, is over 40, and she speaks to my mum all the time, and is supposed to have like a great relationship. Fucking cow. And it said, what would your mum prefer, Baileys or gin? And my face went red with like anger, because mum is consistently putting pictures of gin up because she loves fucking gin. She loves all different. And yeah, my face went bright red, and mum was like, "What's up?" And I was like, "Nothing." And I just looked down, and I wrote gin, and then deleted her message. I thought, you fucking arsehole, like,
Yeah.
the amount of shit that mum does for you, and you don't even. Mum doesn't even like Baileys, and she can't have it because she can't have milk, and it's full of cream. You fucking dickhead. So just like
It does drive me
and then
insane.
she went to the toilet, and I was like, "Fuck!"
It's happened to me so many times where I've expressed exactly what I like as like alcohol, and people send me a spiced rum. Like, why? Why are you giving me fucking spiced rum? I haven't drank spiced rum ever. That's something I have drank out of the cupboard when I've been desperate. But
that'd be mine, wouldn't it? My Kraken.
no, that's still in there, I think. But
oh, is it? Oh, that's right.
Literally unbelievable. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I've never touched it, never talked about it, never said anything about it, never drank it in front of anyone. Somehow get that for Christmas. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
I like bourbon. Just
Family,
buy me a bottle of fucking bourbon. But then I say that, and on my 30th, I was inundated with bourbon. Like, I literally couldn't put it anywhere. Like, I had so much bourbon. I had like over 30 bottles.
I bought you some one year. Was it Wild? No, it wasn't Wild Turkey, was it?
Me and you were very good
at
exchanging bourbons. We did it a few times and we weren't doing it for like birthdays or anything. We were just doing it because like one of us would spot something.
Yeah. No,
Wild
I just
Turkey
think myself,
got me,
like,
still one of my favourite bourbons. Wild Turkey.
Wild Turkey, yeah. It's too sweet for me now. It gives me heartburn. But I mean, like we're saying, people tell you what they want, whether it's directly or indirectly. You know what I mean? You just got to listen. And I'm bad at listening, and I still pick up on things like that. But that just pissed me off. Fucking Baileys, you twat.
I completely forgot we was in the middle of answering a question then.
Oh no, we finished that question. We moved on to something else that wasn't related to any of the emails, but it was still something that was interesting. Yeah, that just makes me feel. I wish now that I'd messaged her back and gone, figure out yourself, you dick. Because you know what she's done now? She sent Mum a message and was like, "Oh, I've sent you a little something special," and I think myself, I know what that fucking is because I fucking told you what to get her. It ain't something special. I fucking told you, you dick. Fucking prick. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, that's my family. I swear to God, if we took off, I would still blast all of that side of the family to fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Would you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They know. Well, they pretend because they're so up their own arse that they know they don't. Oh, Dan, why doesn't Dan like us? You know full well I don't like you. Don't fucking pretend you.
Joe, it would be brilliant if we get our bus, open top bus, yeah, drive past theirs and just like throw like fucking Greg's mince pies off or something, just smack them in the face.
Swear to God, I'd make sure they couldn't get tickets to it. I swear to fuck. Oh, Dan, is there any spare tickets to you? Fuck off. Because they want one for free. They wouldn't pay. They want tickets for free, and they wouldn't fucking get them. Turn it around now. Overpay them. Overcharge them.
Oh, if this podcast took off, mate, you'd hear from fuckers that you've never heard from in years be wanting to have a bit of it.
That's the worrying part about it, Jamie.
Well, I know what you're like. You'd be re-accepting every ex-girlfriend back into the fold. I'd be like, Dan, no. We'd be like, do you know when you have to smack a kid's hand away when they're touching a hot thing? That would be what I'll be doing to you.
We would have to get a lawyer, and I would have to list off all the names of people that I shouldn't come back. I'd be like, if you hear this name, get on, just jump on it. Just get it gone.
Cease and desist.
Season this, yeah. Tell them I've got no money. Right, so this person says, my Christmas dinner at my mum's house has always been very different to other people, and we have an Indian. How do you feel about doing different things at Christmas, or do you have any set things in your Christmas dinner? Sorry, I had to lean away there to sniff. An Indian for Christmas dinner sounds pretty fucking bang, because we were talking about the last episode about naan bread. I would fucking love a big old fucking naan bread on Christmas.
Well, this is a lot more common than I thought, because when I initially said about it, I said to Charlotte about it. She was like, "Oh yeah, we know a few people that do that," and I didn't know they did it.
What, that has an Indian or like?
Yeah, they go for an Indian at Christmas. Then my uncle.
I know people do Chinese. I didn't know about Indian.
My uncle's feeding the homeless on Christmas Day because he's fucking.
Oh yeah.
A saint amongst saints, and then after that he's going to have an Indian. So it's more common than I thought. But to me, I think that's weird. I do think it's weird. Sorry.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it. I would love a fucking naan bread on Christmas, but I'm going to put photos up of Christmas on our Instagram.
We do comparisons. So a lot of it, put your Christmas dinner and my Christmas dinner up.
You'll just get, because me and Jamie are both on Instagram on our phones, so you'll just all of a sudden get pictures from either of us. You don't know who it's coming from. Yeah, I love Christmas dinner, man. The cranberry sauce. I fucking love Brussels sprouts, parsnips, roast potatoes, Yorkshire puddings. Oh fucking hell, mate! Seriously, you should see the plate.
So you do have Yorkshire.
You'll see a picture. Technically, I shouldn't, but yes, I do. Yeah, well, I'm not going to work, am I? I don't give a fuck.
But Yorkshire is like supposed to only be for beef, isn't it? But we have a Yorkshire.
No, we have Yorkshires. Fucking pigs in blankets. Oh man, I love pigs in blankets, man. Oh shit, those fucking, you can never get enough of them fucking things. Stuffing, I love my stuffing. Sausage meat, and obviously your turkey. But I'm not that fussed. It used to be. I find turkey quite tough. Not saying that mum's overcooked. I mean, in general, like even when turkey's quite.
It's famously dry, fucking a dry version of chicken, isn't it?
Yeah.
But before Charlotte come along, my family had never heard of. Well, they've heard of cranberry sauce, obviously, but then we never had cranberry sauce.
What?
Never, yeah, and bread sauce as well. Charlotte's family love bread sauce. My mum didn't even know what bread sauce is, bro.
No, I don't either.
See?
What
it's like this white gloopy sauce. It's like, it is banging. It is fucking banging.
Is it really?
Yeah. Mate, I can't have chicken roast or Christmas dinner without bread sauce now. It's like this white creamy sauce that just tastes of nothingness.
On Wikipedia, it says a bread sauce is a British and Irish warm or cold sauce made with milk, which is thickened with breadcrumbs, typically eaten with a roast chicken or also turkey. I couldn't have it anyway because it's made with milk, but it looks.
You can get a Coleman's fucking sachet.
It looks like wallpaper paste.
Yeah. But it's fucking amazing, Dan, I'm telling you.
But is that just it then? It's just milk and breadcrumbs? How have I never heard of this?
It's like super common. Like, you're the only person other than my parents that don't know what it is.
I'm going to have to ask my mum. I bet she doesn't know. Right, so for anyone interested, I'm just going to go through the ingredients just to be... Because I'm dumbfounded by this. And maybe hearing the ingredients will make you sort of think of what it tastes like. So it's made with milk, butter, 1 onion, 6 cloves, 6 peppercorns, garlic cloves, bay leaf, thyme, breadcrumbs, cream, and nutmeg. Sounds a bit like fucking eggnog, doesn't it? That's
a little bit, yeah.
Stuff like that.
it would be better to buy it as like you can buy them as sachets, isn't it, rather than having to make your own. I can imagine if you make your own, it'd be nice, but that's a lot of fucking ingredients.
Well, not well. They're sort of like spices more than anything else, aren't they?
But yeah,
So
it's
weird.
absolutely
Never heard of that ever.
like, mate, honestly, even if you just have a little spoon with your white meat, you'd enjoy turkey a lot more. I tell you that.
It originates back to the Middle Ages, where cooks needed ways to use up leftover bread and found it could be used to thicken all manner of stews, soups, and sauces. There you go. Every day's a school day, Jamie. There you go. Never knew that. Learned something completely new. Huh. Well, there you go. I'll have to give that a go. If anyone's listening actually goes and makes that now, or has had it before, message in, because I'm dumbfounded.
Yeah, but now, when we go to my house, Charlotte is now the connoisseur. She has to make she turns up with a cranberry sauce. I always bring extra sausages, pigs in blankets.
Yes.
I always bring extra
Yeah,
because
you have to, yeah.
everyone always overeats them, yeah. And I'm just like, I need at least six on the plate.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then Charlotte mixes up the bread sauce, and then that's us done. That's what I mean. Like the Christmas days are like merging now, where we're doing things more similar because we've been doing it so long.
Yeah, yeah. No, that sounds pretty fucking banging. Yeah, like my brother, he's quite fussy with his eat. Well, we're all quite fussy. Mum has to make like 4 different meals. So like, his Christmas dinner consists of like 6 or 7 Yorkshire puddings, turkey, and then like a gazillion fucking pigs in blankets. He won't eat any of the veg or the stuffing or anything like that.
The stuffing's the
So I have
best
to
bit.
try and get in there. Nah, he's really fussy with what he eats, and he listens to this, so he'll probably have a go at me. But so yeah, you always have to have extra pigs and blankets, always.
Extra pigs and blankets, and I always want extra stuffing. I detest
Love stuffing.
absolutely detest Brussels, but I think Brussels is a bit like Marmite. Like, some people love them, some people hate them.
They taste like
Shit.
stale spinach water, but I fucking love them. I don't know why.
They taste like
Mum doesn't even do anything with them.
What I imagine a Brussels sprout is like if someone left a nappy on the side for a little while, a child's nappy, and what would consist in that nappy is become a Brussels sprout. That's what a Brussels sprout is. It's fucking disgusting, Dan. It's hot water in a bowl.
If you cook spinach and then drunk the water, that's what it would taste like. It doesn't taste like a nappy at all. Mum doesn't even do anything with them. She just boils them, and I fucking love them. Like, if I ever had them with bacon, my head might explode, but I fucking love Brussels sprouts. Like, I kill for them. I eat everyone else's. They get left, and I'm like, oh, thanks very much. Yummy.
It's nearly as bad as pineapple and food for me. Nearly as bad.
Well, we agree on a lot of things, but food isn't one of them, Jamie.
I can't remember what I was going to say now. Right, talking of Christmas dinner.
Always.
If you were to leave something off, what would it be? And what would your favourite be on the plate as well?
What's this, Mission Impossible, Jamie? How the fuck am I supposed to answer that? Fuck, leave something off. Oh, probably roast potatoes. I'm not a big... I like jack potatoes and like chips and things, but too much potato, I don't know, there's something about it. So if I had to get rid of something, it would probably be the jacket potatoes.
You have jacket potato on your Christmas dinner?
Roast potatoes, sorry. Roast potatoes.
What potato? What other potatoes do you have then?
We have roast potatoes, but I only ever have like 1 or 2. So
right. I thought you said you had multiple.
No, I'm saying, like, I'm not a big potato person. Like, I like a jacket potato and I like chips, but I'm not a big, you know what I mean, like mash and things like that. No, I'd quite happily leave it. So yeah, probably roast potatoes I would leave off. My favourite thing? Fuck, that's so hard. I probably because I only really have them around Christmas. Is Brussels sprout. I fucking love Brussels sprouts.
You're gonna have that as your
But
favourite.
it's hard because I love cranberry sauce. I love pigs and blankets. I love stuffing. But I can have them. But Brussels sprouts is normally. Oh, I love Brussels sprouts.
Good God.
What about you then? Go on there. What would you take or leave? Keep and leave.
What I would drop off the, I could easily drop a parsnip. I think.
Not a chance, mate.
I
Fucking
think
love
I'm
parsnips.
quite
as
happy
well.
to drop
They're
a
so
parsnip. There's no way. Like, I think my favourite by far, by a country mile, is stuffing. By a country
good. Oh,
mile.
I love stuffing.
I think stuffing.
Do you have
probably...
like different flavoured stuffing, or do you just stick with the old sage and onion?
My mum does like sage and onion, but she mixes it with sausage meat, so it's like a big lump of sausage meat with sage and onion mixed in. It's like fucking orgasmic. Like I literally would eat that quite happily.
Yeah. See, we have both individual, and I always love stuffing meat, but there's so much food. I still eat it, but no one else will. And Mum's always like, "Oh, it's not worth getting it," and I'm like, "Yes, it is. Just cook it, and I'll try and eat it. Just please get sausage meat." But we, since moving to Scotland, we actually now go to an actual butcher's. And we buy a meat pack, so we get the stuffing, not the stuffing, the sausage meat. We get little sausages. We get bacon. We get the turkey, and then we also get a big steak pie, which we eat on Christmas Eve. And we've done that since for the 5 years I've been in Scotland? Yeah, it must be 5 years.
Nah,
Maybe
it's
more,
longer than
6
5 years. I've been married 6 years.
Oh, so it's 6 years in. Because you got married, I was halfway through my first year. So about 6 years I've been up here. We go to a butcher's. So if you've ever got a butcher's near you, support them. Because I'll tell you what, the difference between going to a butcher's and going to like Morrison's or whatever and that.
There's a huge
bacon.
difference, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So if you got a chance to get your meat from them, fucking do it, because it's much better. Even if it's a little bit more, you know what I mean? It's keeping them going. And
whenever
so
I
good.
did like
So
them
good.
big impressive barbecues during summer, it was always butcher meat.
Yeah. I don't mind paying a bit more, because we're quite friendly with the butcher here. He's a really nice guy. But I tell you, the bacon for like and we take they give us little sausages, and we take the bacon and we make our extra own pigs and blankets.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. What do you have for dessert?
Could be a mixture. We do like a sticky toffee pudding, or we would have like a cheesecake, something like that. My mum every year, without fail, will do that fucking Christmas pudding, and it's like someone's come out, and just give birth onto a plate, or just absolutely disgusting. Bullshit. And the thing is, my mum and dad will still sit there every year and pretend they like it, but when all I can smell is that.
Yeah.
I know from me working in co-op.
That's so funny that you said that. Because I don't think anyone actually likes it.
No one
likes it. My mum does the same thing.
Yeah.
And all my granddad and that, they were like, you just got to eat it. We still get one for Jeff. He's the only one now that will just still eat it because of the sake of it being Christmas.
See, now
but everyone says the same thing.
I have mum, dad, and Charlotte. All three of them sit there and eat it with custard. Yeah, I can smell it for hours because it fucking takes ages to cook. Yeah, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting, and that's why when I got married, I said I did not want a fruity, like, traditional wedding cake, because that's basically what wedding cake is as well. It's the same shit. Yeah, no one likes it.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you like that because you don't.
I don't mind a fruit cake, but there's something about this is just.
It just tastes like It just tastes like burnt. It tastes like something's burnt.
But But that to me is a very English thing, right? Like they've gone to you. This is what we eat at Christmas. This is what your granddad and your forefathers ate at Christmas. So you will eat it, and then you're like, we have to eat it. It's Christmas. It's not that you like it. It's like this is a tradition now. We have to eat it, even if we don't like it. We're still gonna eat it. Yeah, like I said, Jeff's the only one now that will do it.
Saying that, do Americans eat turkey at Christmas?
Don't they eat turkey at Thanksgiving?
Yeah, and that's not long before Christmas. So do they eat turkey at Christmas as well?
Well, there's a good question. If you made it this far of our ramblings, what do you eat at Christmas in different? I couldn't. Some people eat fish. I think is that a Scottish thing?
I've never heard of anyone eat fish. I know some people, if it's a large gathering, they'll bring like gammon, rolled brisket. They'll bring like 3 different meats if it's a large group of people. But I hate gammon, innit? I think it's like war food. Like if you eat gammon, there's something wrong with you. And like me and my brothers do this thing where we describe things that were given to the soldiers in World War II as rations. Yeah.
Right.
And that is what war food is. So if you have shepherd's pie or cottage pie or anything like that, it's all war food. There's a reason that the fucking world has moved on since then. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've got real food now, innit? You don't still need to be eating that shit. Do you know what I mean? It's disgusting. Everyone pretends they like it, but they don't. It's horrible.
I fucking love a cottage pie.
Yeah, Dan, because you're pretending.
No, I make my own. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm pretending to make it myself and fucking.
Yeah, and then you cry while you eat it because it's fucking horrible.
Fuck you, man.
Tasteless mince under a bit of mashed potato is disgusting.
Oh no, Mum puts baked beans in hers. It's fucking banging. Yeah, tell you, I fucking love it. I'm a big foodie, and obviously Jamie ain't. You know what I mean? But
no, I've got an international palate.
Know.
I cannot deal with all that English bullshit. It's horrible.
International fucking palate. English food is very fucking boring. But yeah, let us know what you have at Christmas. I'd love to know what other people. I asked the people at work because I work with a lot of like Polish and stuff like that, and they actually celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, which is mad, isn't it?
I'll work. Yeah. But they have a lot of different stuff, which I thought was really interesting. So please, yeah, just let us know. Leave comments on our Christmas post, anything. We'd love to find out what's going on within your house. Suddenly occurred to me, because before we started this episode, I moved my whatever that is, bauble, to the other side to make it look symmetrical. That's not the right word.
What, this thing?
But I thought it was yeah. And then I thought to myself, is one side feminine and one side's not? Like, you know, like an earring. If like one man's got an earring in, like is it his left or his right that makes him gay?
Don't know, I think the hat makes us gay, to be honest. I like...
This hat's really warm. Thank you very much.
I don't know how they got away with wearing shit. Like, there's no way they wore stuff like this back in the day, surely.
This is really comfy. I don't know about yours. I look like an elf. Mine is really good. Mine's really good.
Do you remember in the last episode when I described what I thought my ancestors were when they were throwing like tomatoes at the royals? Yeah. That's what I think I look like right now. If I was to put some shit on my face and like lose that front tooth, that's what my ancestors were, I think.
And that mine's all nice and knitted, and mine's keeping
myself
warm.
You've got a posh one.
Like, it's massive. Like, I can put one around my fucking head. Like. But anyway, yeah. So that would just occur to me, like I'm slightly pissed. I'm like, is me being on that side feminine? Because maybe Saint Nick has it one side and Mrs. Claus has it the other side. There's a question for the ages, Jamie.
Conspiracy theories of Christmas.
Right. Oh, so before we get on to our last email, which is a story to end the Christmas episode, I went and saw Violent Night Have you seen that yet?
Is it good?
Oh, it's fucking it's one of my new favourite Christmas movies now. Like, when it comes out, I will be buying it on DVD.
Mate, I've been...
It's really...
Because I haven't had time to go to the cinema. I've been hoping that some fucker has found a way to get that online illegally, so I can watch it before Christmas.
It's really, really good. Like, I don't know how they did it, but it felt Christmassy the whole way through it. Even when he's like killing people, there's so many good Christmas references. They even bring up the fact that the original Santa was he wasn't obviously American or British, was he? He was from
it's like in the region,
yeah, that sort of region. But they even brought that up, which I thought was a really nice little add-on.
Mm.
And then even with like the Christmas magic, they didn't even try to explain it. He's like, I don't know how it works. So it was just it worked on so many fucking levels, and obviously the guy from Stranger Things, is brilliant. So if you get a chance to see it, I tell you right now, it will be your new top fucking.
Seeing Santa with a top.
If you liked like Nobody, which I'm pretty sure is by the same people, you'll like this film because it's fucking brilliant, absolutely fucking brilliant.
Yeah, the trailer looks amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. You sort of think to yourself, where are they going with this? But no, whole way through it.
Do you know what? Do you know how I know I would love this film? Yeah, it's because I show Charlotte trailers on a daily basis. I show her trailers constantly of like new things coming out, and she never ever ever asks me about it ever again. Like, she forgets that she's watched it, and that's the end of that. Like, that's how little shit she gives to the trailer I've shown her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Violent Night, she's asked me for a couple of times ever since. I was like, well, we can go and watch it, but we ain't got time. Do you know what I mean? So it's definitely a film that I want to watch.
Yeah, no. I took my mum, who was very sceptical about going to see it, and then I showed her the trailer, and she's like, "Oh, okay, I'll go," and she fucking loved it. And she hates like John Wick or anything like that. She's not interested in it.
Oh, really?
She fucking loved this film. Yeah, she fucking loved it. So definitely go see it. Absolutely. I saw it obviously weeks ago. It came out, but I waited till the Christmas episode to bring it up because I thought it was relevant. No, Violent Night, very, very fucking good movie.
Would you put that in your top 3?
So we're gonna of what Christmas films? Number 1 is obviously The Grinch.
Yeah, I agree.
With Jim Carrey. Yeah. Then Die Hard, and now Violent. The fuck, that is a terrible fucking movie. I don't understand why everyone fucking loves it. It's awful.
It's Will Ferrell, isn't it? Will Ferrell's fucking jokes, man. He's hilarious.
Oh, no, it's awful. Absolutely awful.
Dan.
No.
Dan, this is one of the moments.
If you want a movie like that, there is an old film that's just like that. I'm going to have to try and figure out what the fucking thing was called. It had in it...
An honourable mention as well for Christmas films is Christmas Party with Jason Bateman. Seen that? Jennifer Aniston?
No, I don't think so.
It's fucking brilliant. Absolutely hilarious. It's got the blonde one that was in the female Ghostbusters film. Do you know the funny blonde girl?
Oh, yeah.
She's the HR manager in it. It's like an office Christmas party. She's the HR manager. She wears a non-religious, like a typical HR person, like a non-religious Christmas jumper, but it's not a Christmas jumper. It has to be a non-religious thing. So it's got like everyone on it. It's got Hanukkah on it, Christmas on it, fucking whatever the Muslims do on it, all like everything. And they're having like a really serious meeting, and she sits there and she brings out a cheese board saying this is like a cheese board that we're doing for the Christmas party. And then Jennifer Aniston's really pissed off because she's like the angry boss, yeah. And she's like, no, take that way. And then this blonde bird starts farting during the fucking during the meeting. It was fucking hilarious. Honestly, one of the best comedies, Christmas comedies ever. Jokes.
Fuck that. Yeah, so So the film was like, instead of watching that fucking terrible Elf movie, there was an old movie with Dudley Moore called Santa Claus the Movie, which is basically the same premise. He's an elf that leaves to go make toys for an evil fucking whatever that doesn't believe in Santa. It's exactly the same thing, except obviously the elf is up to date jokes or whatever. But that is a fucking Christmas movie. Elf is a piece of shit. Thank you very much.
What year did that come out then? If you tell me 1950
85.
something. Huh?
85.
85.
85. Yeah. Have you never seen Santa Claus the movie with Dudley Moore? It's on Amazon Prime. Fucking watch it. You'll hate it, but it's better than Elf.
Elf is a brilliant film.
It's not. It's fucking terrible. I'm sorry. I love Will Ferrell, but that film is shit. And what makes it even worse is he's in our advert at the minute for Asda.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even know. He didn't even know.
Yeah, that's because he don't own the rights for the film though.
Fucking horseshit. Anyway, yeah, so Violent Night, then Die Hard. Finish off with Grinch. That'd be my top 3. It's fucking banging. But that's a really good film. And I'm sure the listeners agree with me, Jamie, instead of you.
Well, I think it's mental that I've got 2 of your 3. And Die Hard could be 4.
Grinch.
But I would have Elf at 3. I would have Die Hard at number 1, and my second one would be fucking, I can't remember what we're talking about now. What was the other one?
Grinch.
The Grinch.
Before we finish, because we're for a special, it's still a long episode. So the Die Hard dilemma. There was a video of Bruce Willis saying that Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie. Yeah. Fuck him. Because if Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie, neither is Home Alone. Neither is Love Actually. You can stick that up your fucking pipe and smoke it. Just because it's at Christmas, if you want to put it in that sense, doesn't make it a fucking Christmas movie. So fuck you.
If there's jingle bells and if there's a hat, it's a fucking Christmas film.
He's going to a Christmas party. He has a present. He gets to the Christmas party. He even says ho ho ho. I've got it on my fucking jumper right now. And it's all about family coming together at the end because he meets with his wife. So fuck you. It's a Christmas movie. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. End of. Why? It's like that terrible thing about Star Wars, isn't it? Who shot first? Fuck off. Right. We're going to end this episode with an absolutely amazing Christmas story from a listener. And before my nose completely blocks up, we're going to try and get through it. Christmas of, I'm assuming it's 2018, me and my partner were out in Australia for 6 months. We were intending to stay with some of her extended family for Christmas Day. She hadn't seen them since they were kids, so it was slightly awkward, but a fun day. We were playing board games and had Christmas barbecue, which is a new experience. I would love a Christmas barbecue. You could still have turkey on it. But yes,
Fuck
please.
that. I wouldn't barbecue turkey, man. Can you imagine how dry that would go? So quick. I'd have to whack the whole turkey.
No, you
on.
you would smoke it, wouldn't you? I would smoke it like proper barbecue, man.
Yeah.
You'd smoke it.
Do you know what I would love?
Yeah,
is
yeah.
to try. It happens in America, innit? They deep fry a turkey. It starts fires.
Oh
all the
yeah,
time,
yeah,
But
yeah.
that would be amazing.
Fucking hell, that'd be well good. As the evening drew to a close, they invited us to stay the night. So we had some drinks and relaxed a bit. The conversation was about to take a turn though, as they mentioned of the family came up, and we were all shocked to find out that we was in fact in a totally wrong house the whole day. They had no relation at all to my partner, and were slightly confused to who we was. Also, and they had invited a lot of people this day, and just assumed that they had ended up at the right house. Turns out instead of door 387, my partner's mum said 367, and we had spent the afternoon with a bunch of randoms. Luckily, they found it hilarious and gave us some cookies to take with us to the actual family's house. We still get Christmas cards from the Johnston family, and they always sign it, "From the family you wish you had. Kind regards." That's the best, though, isn't it? Like, you've made a mistake. You've obviously spent the whole day with them, so obviously there was no problem.
bonded.
They've just sort of gone, yeah. Here's some food, take it with you. That's proper Christmas, isn't it? Which why I'm glad we ended off on that story. You know what I mean?
What
They
I'd
didn't
love
freak
to have
out or,
known is
like-
what the conversation was like when they walked into the actual family's house. Can you imagine?
Oh, like, where have you been?
Yeah. Be like a lonely couple waiting for these like travellers to turn up.
You would have thought the mum would be like, "Have you not got there yet? I haven't heard from your auntie or whatever." And she's like, "Yeah, we're here right now."
You would think there would
Like,
be
not
some
even
kind of communication. 2018 phones were around, weren't they? Phones were around in 20. What am I doing? What am I talking about? That's only 4 years ago. Of course,
I don't know how much you
phones
had. Yeah.
were around. Jesus Christ, how much beer?
But
have I
like,
had?
to be fair though, the numbers weren't that off, so they're virtually neighbours anyway. So they probably knew. Yeah, I mean, they just walked up the road, didn't they? With a
Yeah,
bunch
it's like,
of
oh, we
cookies.
were at Karen's house. Because I imagine
But
all
no, I think
Australians, I could be wrong, but all Australians know who the neighbours are. Like everyone that lives on their street. I can imagine they're that nice that they all know each other. It's not
Yeah.
like the English.
Not like, no, absolutely. I don't know my neighbours at all. I think I've crossed past them once. But no, I love that story. I thought it was really good. Such a strange sort of like, but it's true though. Like, I could go down south now and like my dad's side of the family, and I would just stand there and they'd be like, "Oh, Dan, how you been?" I'm like, "Fine." Yeah, I don't know who you are. Like, please explain how we've met before. Yeah, I mean, it's easily done. But no, I'm just glad that they took it with like a pinch of salt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So-
But it's happened to. Do you know? Like I do that yearly thing with the guys in my family, where the guys go away and the girls go away. Aaron only just started, because obviously Aaron's a bit younger. Aaron's only just started coming into that, so he started coming the last year or so, like maybe 2 years. And then when we'd be out there, he'd be like, "There's people like we'd meet up in the airport to like go to Spain or whatever." And random people start walking up, and I'll be like, "You right, mate? You right, mate?" and all this stuff. But there were people I just know because obviously you're in Luton, you know people that walk in the airport. He was like, "Who are they to us then?" I'm like, "No, that's just a geezer I know from work, mate." Do you know what I mean? Like, he has no idea who we're related to half the time.
That's brilliant. Yeah, no, I'm the same. I only know my immediate. Otherwise, fuck knows. But no, I'm glad you still get cards to them. And thanks for the story. I really enjoyed it. And to everyone, before I pass you over for Jamie's outro, because I always interrupt him. I hope everyone has a really good Christmas, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. And please keep emailing in, even if it's just random stuff. Let us know what you got for Christmas, what you have for dinner. We love hearing from everyone, and hopefully we'll get more and more next year. But I'll pass you over to Jamie for his very imaginative, and I'm sure he remembers everything we've just spoke about for the last 2 hours.
Is that how long it's been?
But
I
have a
don't
great
wanna look.
Christmas, guys.
Just while I remember, all the American listeners, please let us know. Is it turkey? Or if it's not turkey, what the fuck is it? I don't know what you're eating at Christmas. Which is something I've never thought
bet
about
it
before.
is.
But
Yeah, I bet it is the same. But like you said, they've only just had it for
yeah,
Thanksgiving.
they might just have two.
But-
If they have 2 turkeys within a month, I feel sorry for the turkey population in fucking America, because they're
Well,
getting...
that's why they do that thing where the president saves a turkey every year, right? On Thanksgiving. Is that right?
Is that a thing?
Oh, there's been many jokes about it. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm not American. I don't fuck those.
What he saves it and then it gets called at Christmas anyway? Could you imagine? It's like, I've saved you for
I
2
don't know how
weeks,
it
and he
works.
gets knocked out and is given to the fucking Campbell family for the rest of the year. But anyway, we've really, really enjoyed the fact of how many people have wrote in for this episode. Like, when Dan showed me the amount of like favorited emails we had listed for today's episode, I was just overwhelmed with the amount of people that have wrote in. So I appreciate that, guys, and so does Dan. Enjoy your Christmas, enjoy your time off work. Hopefully none of you are working over the Christmas period, because we both know what that was like, and it's fucking shit when everyone else is enjoying themselves. But if you are, you're listening to us, so at least that's a plus.
Yeah.
The New Year's episode is going to be already recorded by the time this one's coming out. So if you've got any questions for the new year, if you've got any like ideas or anything that comes up during your new year, if you have a terrible New Year's, let us know, and we'll talk about it in the first episode of next year. And again, that's twomennohope@gmail.com. At gmail.com.
Awesome.
I'll pass it over. Oh no, there's no passing to you, is there? Is there passing to you?
No, we're not doing a. We didn't really want to do a No Hope Has Got Talent this episode because we want to keep it Christmas-ish themed.
Yeah.
So, and we've kept you long enough. Enjoy your Christmas and get your bottle ready for the next episode, because you're drinking along responsibly.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Hold on. Don't try this at home. Have a great Christmas.